Okay, here we are back in Disgaea, and it is time to go to Beauty Castle. So we'll start off with the Foreboding Seal. I don't really think you can get anything special here in terms of items. Chimera Belial Force, or Belial Force, I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, Amon Force, and we'll turn this one into a 3v3. So there's Prier, Rosalind, and Adele. So this is what I mean by her gun behaves like a Disgaea 2 gun. It only fires in straight lines. And unfortunately, I don't really remember what stats that Rosalind uses. So let's turn these on to showcase them. So there you go. As for Prier, we can Dragon Rage this guy, but I'm going to turn the effect off. And they lined up for me. So we're going to use Rose Thorns here. Vulcan Blaze, and we'll turn the effects back on. What a finish, right? So that's the end of their special moves. As a result, we're just going to turn those off, and probably never turn them back on. So there's one more recruitable character we can get, which is the boss here, Marge Lee. Actually, no, there is one more. I forgot all about Zeta. It's just Zeta is the strongest enemy in the game, so when you finally beat him, you are pretty much done. And here's Beauty of Evil, which is where we'll find Marge Lee. And I should also point out, in the original PS2 version, this was not voiced either. For some reason, they decided to voice the new content when they put this on PSP, but they didn't go back for the older stuff. And the reason why I actually think this is kind of messed up is they did have to re-record all of Edna's lines because they didn't have Amanda Winley reprise her role. If you don't remember who that is, that's Ray from Evangelion and a few other things. They had to bring in Michelle Ruff, and she's been doing Edna ever since. This energy. Who's there? Show yourself. So if you played Rhapsody, she should look familiar to you. A woman? Don't let your guard down. She's strong. Using all that makeup to hide her wrinkles? Defying gravity with that push-up bra? Wearing such a skimpy outfit at her age? It can't be. The most malevolent witch in the entire galaxy. If that's true, then this is a golden opportunity. We'll see which one of us deserves to be called the most malevolent. So, her weapon is the Nyanko Soul. She is equipped with Gao's Guts, Crowdia's Beauty, and Meow's Cat Ears. So if those don't sound familiar to you, those were the names of her minions from Rhapsody. Each one of those is a reference to them. Nyanko, Gao, Crowdia, Meow. Then she has these two bozos with her, but you can see that compared to what we've been through up until now, that's nothing. The main thing you have to worry about with Marge Lee here is that she is a mage, she's a witch. She has all the Terra spells and she also has Dark Conjuration. Conjuration works in a radius of out from her, 2 squares in every direction, so 1, 2, then also over here, back here, over here, and it's a very, very good crowd clearing move. Downside, of course, though, is since she is a monster, she doesn't get any sort of benefit from monster weapons. It's not until Disgaea 2 that there actually are magic-type weapons, so she's not very effective, put it like that. We'll bring out the Goon Squad. I don't know if I can actually hit them both from here. Yeah, I can. Can I connect? No. And then we'll do Requiem Aeternum because why not? So the clerics are going to try to buff her.
Here goes.
Pretty potent Terra Ice. Just keep in mind their stats are low because I don't have full equipment for them. I couldn't steal everything before they took down my thief.
Oops, pardon me.
So we want to kill the clerics first. I think those might actually kill them. Let's see. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay. Well, Harl, I choose you. Go! This is gonna hit Prier, but she can take it.
Here goes.
Now, I don't believe you can actually steal any of Marge Lee's stuff. No. You can steal the anxiety, which I don't actually know if that lowers her stats or not. If it did, that would be one thing. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Oops. Mega heal. Heal the Harl. So we're gonna do Meteor Impact, we'll move Prier out of the way. Cleric down. Now she might be able to hit Flan, I don't know. But she can use Dark Conjuration to hit everyone, so yeah. She has 4 counters, which I plan on using my advantage. We'll do Rose Liberation right here, and we'll do Vulcan Blaze. Just making sure he did his move. So you can see it's also possible to cheese this with just it's gonna be a little risky if we're gonna try it. With just Prier. I did this in the PS2 version, it's just I wanted to get Adele and what's her name? Rosalind before I went in here. She is weak to wind, and wow, her ice spells are devastating. We're gonna go ahead and hit. We'll use Rose Liberation, Blaze, Night 7, and then Terra.
Hi! There! Ha! Oops, pardon me!
So she can't really afford to take too much more of that. Real quick, if you look at her HP, 700,000, she has a fraction of what Rosalind had in that fight. And then once Adele and Rosalind joined you, if you didn't notice, they don't have the stats that they had when you were fighting them. They only have that while they're fighting them. Basically, if you played a lot of RPGs, it's the same drill of where you fight someone before they join you. They are extremely strong, and then after they join you, they're trash. So you can see she went from having 3.7 million down to half a million. She went from having something like 1.5 million down to 200,000. Ripped off. So yeah, pretty much you might want to do this one before going and getting Adele and Rosalind. Having them here speeds it up, but having her in that fight actually should speed up the Adele and Rosalind thing. She should be able to withstand a lot of the punishment, even though she has comparable defenses to Laharl. You know what? Let's just shoot her. We're sticking to Knights Ever here.
Hi! There!
50,000, 45.
Oops, pardon me!
Oh, she chose Rosalind to be her executioner, I think. Career. So the defeated Marge Lee achievement unlocked. I didn't get one for, oh, there's a galactic staff up for grabs. Marge Lee joined the party. I don't think I got one for Adele and Rosalind. As for that galactic staff, we can slap that on Jessica. It's going to be up here. It's barely an improvement. Yeah, like, it gives her a bigger SP pool, which is something, I guess. And then at the bottom of our list, you will find Marge Lee. And you can see that her stats are kind of similar. She didn't go down too much in power, but she's still weaker than when you fought her. Yeah, she should be able to withstand a lot of the punishment that Rosalind could throw at her. The one downside, though, is she doesn't have a healing spell of her own. So, to kind of offset the previous video, we have a pretty brief one here. We just blow through Beauty Castle. Now, I don't know if Baal is able to be fought. Looks like, yeah, he can be. It's just, even if I have these four against him, it's not going to end well. He also has the Super Robo suit, so you want to make sure that your thief is able to steal it by that time. As a result, I have a ton of grinding to do. I think you need to be like level 2,500 to have a decent chance of taking it with a good hand. Maybe closer to around 3,000 exactly. It's somewhere around there. And if you can take his stuff, he's a lot more manageable. It's just everyone needs to get stronger, and I need to find a trio of level 300 statisticians for these three. So yeah, if you want to save yourself a lot of time in the grind, then by all means get the secret characters, and then you can go after Baal. Once you beat Baal, then I recommend going after Prinny Baal. Once you're able to beat him, steal his equipment. His equipment is already level 100, so you don't actually have to go into the item world for it. You can't really customize it exactly, but still, it's a lot of free stats up for grabs with a very minimal time investment. And once you have all of that done, then you can look into going for Zeta. I don't remember what all Zeta has, so he might have the Nemesis weapon himself, but he might not. I'm not entirely sure. And on the topic of the Nemesis stuff, I actually should show you. So, Nyanko's Soul, well, Lucifer Force is the rank 39 weapon. Nyanko's Soul that you get off Marge Lee is the rank 40. I think Lucifer Force goes into Nemesis, but I'm not 100% sure. It's really, really sketchy for how monster weapons work in this game. It's really like a catch-all type category. And then after Nemesis is the Nemesis 2, which is only acquired from Baal, Prinny Baal, that I know of. You can't go into it, like I said, it's level 100, so it's basically what you get is what you get. You can't change it in any way, shape, or form, unless Zeta somehow comes with one that's not level 100. Oh, and one other thing, we need to pull up Marge Lee. We need to go over her equipment real quick. So Nyanko's Soul is rarity 5, rarity 2, so we have a synergy bonus here where these are both rarity 1. As such, they give 10% more of each stat. So in the event you actually want to try to get rarity 1 for all of her stuff, I believe you can actually sell the Nyanko's Soul and the Gao Guts here. And then when you try to fight her in another playthrough, you have a chance to get the rank 1s here. It's just... I'm not really going to bother. If anything, Gao's Guts is easily her most expendable item, because if you look, it just gives a little bit of HP, some defense. It doesn't really give anything to make her more lethal. Compared to Nyanko's Soul, which... Oh, I didn't know it gave that much attack. So yeah, even this could be improved. Real quick, how's that Lucifer Force that I have? Okay, the Nyanko Soul is a little bit better. But not by much. So Gao's Guts can be swapped out. Crowdia's Beauty you can hold on to if you want. It gives you attack, yes. That's kind of it. Wow, there's the status bomb, folks. Pharmacist, Gangster, and Pharmacist. And then Gangster and Coffee Maker. Wow. But Meow's cat ears are easily her best item because it gives the 1500 intel. If you really want, you can go in and customize her stuff. I don't really care to bother. I just leave her as is and just level her up once I put the, crud, what's it called? The Statistician in. Like I said, once you get the Prinny suit or the Super Robo suit, by all means, swap out Gao's Guts. You can farm Prinny Baal as much as you want. Each time you beat him, he technically gets easier because you get EXP for beating him and you can steal his items. It's just, in the meantime, I have to deal with Baal, and that's not going to be for months because I have a ton of grinding to do in order to deal with him. And I'm still going to be looking for the legendary Cosmic Blade in the meantime. So let's wrap up this part right here and now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.